Hi, I'm Zoe Lem, stylist and owner of My Sugarland, and today I'm going to give you some insider's tips on how to do fashion. I'm now going to show you how to choose a velvet dress. Difficult fabric, and a lot of people get it wrong. It can look, it can add width, it can make you look old-fashioned, it can make you look frumpy. So you need to be really careful that you get the right shape and then it's styled up in the right way. The balance is still important. So you need to get the proportions right, and you really need to make sure you nip in, and you don't want to make it look too clumpy, because the more fabric you have, the bigger it's going to make you look. So too much gathering using velvet is difficult, and too much detail over the bust doesn't work. So keep it more fitted, nipped in underneath the bust and gliding down. So underneath the bust, waist, smallest bit. So you want to nip in there. If you're bigger busted, you don't want to do a high neckline. You want to keep this scooped and keep it low. This is a kind of 1930s, 1940s shape vintage dress with beautiful detail, which is great, but it's not going to work for everyone. If you're bigger busted, keep it scooped, keep it lower, and keep the detail. And you might even want to go for some boning through the bust area. So you want to treat this almost like a thick wool, so you just don't want to add too much width. This is a long dress. If you're more petite, don't go for long. You want to keep it shorter, so maybe a knee-length dress would work for you. Again, it's great having sleeves on this dress because everyone wants to cover up on the arms. You don't really want to go strappy with velvet because it doesn't really work. It's quite heavyweight fabric. The shoulders on this are great. The balance on the shoulder, so balance through the shoulder, balance on the hips. This is A-line, and the shoulders have got the width. So even though this is a vintage dress, it's really quite contemporary and it's quite on trend. So the styling of this is really important as well, but if you get the right shape to begin with, you need to keep it nipped in, fitted over the bust, not too neckline if you're busty. This is fine if you're more straight and not quite as busty here, although it's got darts so that can work. A lot of vintage dresses are velvet, and it's a good way to do it because the structure in there is right. Length, shape, the right colour, flattering colour, these warm tones work. Black's very difficult in a velvet and can look quite old-fashioned. Get those right and you can find your perfect velvet dress.